experience of the void.
The story of Roots, they went to the jungle of the Amazon and made an album with the Cervantes tribe, is that how I say it? And so that all happened there. So it's like this traditional music fusing with this heavy metal stuff. And I think it's really exciting to bring that, because there's something ancient about like the rhythm on it. And, you know, I feel like you've kind of blended these two cultures. Like heavy metal's 30, 40 years old, but that's like 500 years old. And, you know, we sit here on the gravesite of a really rich, one of the oldest cultures in the world. We have a really ugly history here with the way we've treated our indigenous people. And I just think that's one of the most...
It's the same in Brazil. Yeah. They all got masked up, you know, and that's always one of the reasons why we wanted to record Roots with a tribe in Brazil. Because I never even been on a tribe. I lived my whole life in Brazil. I knew about them, and even one of our great mothers is supposedly we have some Indian blood. Me and Iggor, you know. My mother always shows us pictures of her, and she looks really wild, you know. And but it was like it's in our own country, but we never even really knew until we went there, and it was a fantastic, amazing world that was like so unreal. And wow, what an experience. And that's like it's right in the middle of the record, and I think that was so cool. And it was very original. It's never been done in metal before. I think that was the other thing. I think it draw attention on the whole world that you could do stuff like that with metal. You know, we kind of opened the door even to other bands to embrace their own roots, their own origins, whatever, you know, their heritage. And I think it was great. You know, that's why we have like so many different people really love Roots, like from Dave Grohl to Mike Patton to black metal guys. They all like, they respect this record very much.
What was that day like when you guys recorded that?
Well, it was a few days that we were there, and it was like life changing completely, to the point that there's no energy, like electricity, and so we had to bring like car batteries, because generator also, like, they make a lot of noise. So to record what we did, it was done through car batteries hooked up. So it was really cool, but also at the same time, it was great to exchange something instead of just going there as a tourist and just watching them. Actually, we were there exchanging our ideas with their ideas, and from that, we came up with a whole song.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, we even play for it. It's I said it in the book, but it's really...
I've been reading it. It's amazing.
A really cool part where the chief came up to us and we're like, the tribe is really curious about your music, you know, can you guys do a sampler? And we're all like, we can't really do our heavy stuff
without electricity.
But we do have a song on our last record, Kaiovas, which was instrumental, and we had all the instruments there. So we had the drums and we have the acoustic guitars. So we play it, you know, and they all did some crazy chanting noise, and I asked the chief what was the noise, and it's like they wanted again. It was like more, you know.
So I was reading about your mother's like religion, like Candomblé, and it's pretty fascinating. I read that you took Mike Patton to a ceremony and had him cleansed. What was that like? Like, that was Igor's idea.
Yeah, I mean, Mike, it's one of my best friends. Like, we know each other for like years, and also Max. But we were in Brazil, and he asked me about it, and kind of like he was curious more than anything. And I was like, yeah, I'll take you. So we took him to, and he loved it because there's a lot of like really crazy African rhythms and being mixed with the Brazilian culture.
I know you guys went through a lot of, you know, pretty hard experiences with mortality, especially as little children and stuff. But I think it's really profound that you have then found music and you've soothed like millions of people's pain through this primal kind of expression. I don't know. Yeah. What are your thoughts on this matter?
That's almost like the coolest thing that can happen with this music is that what you get from people, you know, I don't know, like the kind of vibes we pass. I had a letter like a year ago. The guy was in death row in America, and Chaos AD was his favorite record, you know. It's like, that was so heavy, you know. It's like, it didn't hit me until like a while later. I was like, man, this guy's and he explained he was young and there was a drug deal went bad in his house and he killed 2 people, and he went to to death row, and but he was a little bit wild too. He wanted me to do a cover album of Dio songs, and I'm like, I can't do that, man,
This is an experience of the void.